Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you an awesome way to color on glitter paper with your alcohol ink markers, and it's something that I learned at Scrapbook Expo a few years ago, and now I'm going to share it with you.
When I took the Copic coloring class at Scrapbook Expo, we used vinyl outline stickers similar to this, only the difference is I made this using some vinyl and using this blooming sunflower background die from In Love Arts. And if you're using vinyl, I suggest that you use a permanent vinyl. You can get that from Cricut, and it's not really permanent, but it has a much stronger, longer lasting adhesive on the back of it. And if you don't want to use vinyl, you don't have it, whatever the case may be, I'm also going to show you that you can do it with cardstock. And what I used for this is, let me grab it right here. I cut that out with this glitter paper from Close to My Heart. And we're also going to be using the white glitter paper from Close to My Heart, which is what you see right here, because we are going to be adhering this on that, and then we're going to be coloring it. So let's get started. There are a couple of ways to adhere the vinyl to the glitter cardstock. And one of the ways, the way that we did at Scrapbook Expo is we peeled off the backing and then we laid the vinyl adhesive side up down so that it was laying flat, because it's really hard to work with if you're trying to do it with your hands. Nothing lands right. So it was put upside down and then the cardstock was put over the top of it to adhere it. I prefer another method, especially since I'm home. I'm going to be using transfer tape, and you can get transfer tape from Cricut when you get the vinyl, or you can use the clear shelf paper that you can pick up at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to lay my transfer tape right over the top of it, like so, and get it on there really good. You can use a credit card, you can use a squeegee, or in this case, I'm just using my fingers. And then it'll just peel right off the backing, just like that. Now, I'm used to this method because I actually do vinyl work on vehicles, on our semis, on walls, and so I do use transfer tape and prefer this method as opposed to just taking the vinyl off and laying it down. And there's a little piece stuck right there. Get that off. Okay. So now that I've got that on there, sticky side down, I'm going to go over the top of this. And I actually want to try to line it up nicely. I mean, it doesn't have to be. You can trim off the edges. But I'm just going to do my best to line it up nicely there. And about right now, I wish I had a credit card or something. You know what? I have an old Costco card right here. Not quite as good as my squeegee that's with the rest of my vinyl stuff, but you just want to make sure that it adheres really well, and you may have to hold part of it down. So if you take a corner, and I know I'm not really close, but if you take a corner and bend the transfer tape backwards when you're using this method, bend it back, and then you can lay the rest of the vinyl down. And just do that as you go across. And it looks like this is really sticking to my transfer tape. Sometimes it's good with transfer tape to, put it on your skin or something to get rid of a lot of the sticky, especially when you're doing something like this, because it does not stick easily to the glitter paper because of the texture. I mean, it will stick once you get it on there, but getting it to not stick to the transfer tape can be a challenge. So you know what? This can be a long process, and maybe I should have done it the other way, where you lay it on its back without transfer tape and then just lay it on it. I'm guessing that is why they do it that way at Scrapbook Expo. So I'm going to go finish pulling this off, and I'll be right back. Let's see how much easier it is now that I've used my squeegee. So this is a real squeegee that I use for my vinyl work. And we are just going to pull this right off. Just like that. There we go, much better. Okay, and I'm just going to press it down. And another way to do that is just turn it over. That way you can rub on it without rubbing, directly on the vinyl. And you're just making sure that everything is adhered beautifully, just like that. Okay, now let's take a look at, where did it go? Here's the one done with cardstock. And I've already got that put on there, and what I used was, let me pull it over here, I used the spray adhesive, and I really, really like this particular spray adhesive. And also, when I want something to have full coverage, I like to use a spray, because if you're using, let's say, a wet glue and you're trying to get it on all those little pieces and it's going to dry before you get the whole thing done, or you miss a spot and it comes up. So I just think spray adhesives work great, and that's how I put the cardstock on, and you saw me put the vinyl on. And now it's time to color. As most of you know, I don't color on camera. So I'm just going to be doing a little bit of coloring here, and it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to be using my Spectrum Noir markers. And for the leaves, I am using DG1, DG2, and DG3. So let's see how I do. I just wanted to show you that there is no glitter on this, because I'm sure you were wondering. And this is an awesome glitter paper that I love. And so my coloring isn't perfect, and I can see where I could go back and touch it up there. But I just wanted you to see how gorgeous it looks to color on this glitter paper. And I'm going to finish coloring this off camera and bring it back so that you can see how gorgeous it looks. And I'll do the same thing on this one. For the flowers, I used GB1, GB3, and GB4. And it looks so beautiful on that glitter paper, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, it just sparkles. And this is the one where I used the black glitter paper on this one. And then this one is the one that was done with vinyl. And it is just beautiful. And it makes it so easy to color. It's like, a lot of times, we might emboss a stamped image, and that makes it easy to color. But so does this, and it is just gorgeous. And now these are ready to use to make cards. What do you think? I think it came out great, and I love all of the sparkle. And there is sparkle on every part of this card.
Thank you all for stopping by today, and I hope you give that a try, because it is just beautiful. And don't forget, click where it says show more, because I have links below in the description box to everything I used today, including a discount code to In Love Arts and a link to Crafter's Castle Challenge where you can enter your creations. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.